How's it going, guys? Joe from Two Veterans TV here. Wife and I have been talking about getting into some competitive shooting for a while, so we've been trying to figure out what firearms we want to have. If we get into 3-gun, obviously we need semi-auto shotgun, some form of rifle, probably an AR, which we have, and then something a little bit more comprehensive from a pistol than the one handgun that we actually had in the house. And that handgun actually is Walther. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Walther PPS is actually my wedding present from my lovely wife. Make sure it is in fact empty before we do anything silly. Yep, looks good. So this is actually my carry piece. I've had it for coming on 7 years now. Great weapon, great firearms platform, runs 9mm, 9x19, pretty standard. But even with the magazine with the pinky extension, it's only a 7+1. And, magazines aren't exactly cheap for it. And, it's a single stack. It's a fantastic carry gun, but not really good for, what we're looking to do. Getting into more competitive shooting, 3.5-inch barrel. Not exactly the greatest solution. So I'll say she let me, because she did. She let me invest in a new handgun, and what I ended up picking was a new XDm. So picked the XDM. I was looking at this. I was looking at the Canic, which is definitely targeted towards competitive shooting. And then I was looking at the M&P 2, the new M&P. All very similar, right? Features and functionality, but, somewhat similar price point. The Canic is $100 to $150 less expensive. But decided on the XDM for a couple of different reasons. One, it has a match grade barrel, which is nice, and we'll take a look at that in a second. But also, it comes with 2 magazines. Adjustable back straps was a huge thing, right? Because we can adjust how it actually fits in our hands. It has the medium on there right now, so you have a small and a large, and then there's a medium that comes standard on it. It's kind of a pain to change. You have to poke out the roll pin, but yeah, so comes with 2 magazines, but one of the biggest benefits is Springfield is running a special. If you buy a new XD firearm, that you get 3 extra magazines and a range bag. The range bag, I kind of take it or leave it. I have enough enough bags to carry stuff, but excuse me, 3 extra magazines goes a very long way, right? It ends up being a lot of money. Especially if we want to get into some form of competitive shooting. So that was one of the reasons for going towards the Springfield XDM. But before we get into the weapon itself, I just figured it's kind of a little unboxing, I guess. So behind the top cover, there's pretty standard literature and paperwork, operations, safety manual. This is one good thing about buying a new firearm, or new anything actually, is you get all of the stuff that you're supposed to get. So operations, safety manual, warning, be very safe with your firearms, treat every firearm like it's loaded. No one needs to have an AD or have any issues caused by not paying attention. Lucas Oil, I guess they're partnering with Springfield, used and recommended by Springfield since 1794. It's interesting, but whole bunch of different lubricants and cleaners and whatnot from Lucas. XDM, important safety information inside. It's a postcard. There's nothing inside, but hey, go buy our stuff. Store at springfield-armory.com. And then I can activate my warranty and receive discount for up to 50% off specific items at our online store. Specific items, a 17 XL shirt and a 32 extra small pair of pants. It's probably all that's available on there for half off. But so you get all the swag, warranty and owner's manual, which is a big thing. In addition, you get a lock, which is nice. You know, it's a Springfield Armory branded. I'll try not to get too reflective. Springfield Armory branded. You get a get a bore cleaner as well. So that's kind of nice. You get, hey, Lucas Oil, extreme duty gun oil. We'll see how extreme duty that is. Not putting thousands of rounds down range or anything. So yeah, per day. So I don't know how extreme duty is going to be. But also has extra fiber optic for the front sight. And actually, that actually leads me into another reason looking at the XDm. So go ahead and drop the magazine, make sure it is in fact clear. It is. So fiber optic front sight straight out of the box. That was a big selling point. I know front sights aren't that expensive. They're relatively easy to swap out. But I'm lazy and I just want to take the gun and I want to go shoot it. So having the fiber optic on the front was really, really nice. Makes target acquisition much easier. See if you guys can see that. So nice target acquisition, nice and quick. It pops, right? Versus the white there. So I really like it. It's kind of nice. Fits well in the hand. Yeah, it looks like a big old fat hands. Which I guess are kind of meaty. But anyway, 4.5 inch match grade barrel, big selling point right there. I like the palm safety, and it has the trigger safety here as well. Won't let you actually pull the trigger, obviously, without the palm safety. Sorry, my dogs are going nuts. Also has on the top here, I don't know if you can see that, there's obviously no round in the gun, but if that is popped up, there's a round in the chamber. Has the indicator, for the cocked indicator on the back here. Does not have a thumb safety, which I actually wanted on this. Specifically, if we're doing timed shooting, it's one less thing to worry about. And it also, it has multiple other safeties. So as long as we are holding it in a safe manner, it's a non-issue. So breaking it apart, nice and easy, very, very simple. So, oh, and one more thing. You can't actually rack the slide without having the back strap depressed. So depress the slide, lock it back, and then here, right, you just lift up on this guy there. And then in order to remove the slide, you pull back and let it slide forward all the way. So other than that, it's very, very straightforward, pretty standard for this style of handgun. Remove the spring. Spring's right there. Barrel comes out right there. There's your match grade barrel. See if we can see some of the rifling in there. A little bit. I'll see if I can't get a James Bond theme going here. Anyway, focus. Here we go. Anyway, so that's just field stripped. I typically don't take it down any further than that. Take the firing pin, all that stuff out. So very, very straightforward, nice and easy to break down. Have not shot it. Actually, I've never shot an XD, surprisingly, but I've heard very, very good things about the XD. Come on, there we go. So we'll go ahead and lock that back and lock this little lever forward right here. All right. So you see the cocked indicator right there. See if we can focus for you. So you got the cocked indicator, right? And if I'm not on the back strap, I can't pull the trigger. Won't let me. But if you, there we go. Anyway, so that's the XDM. Nice little upgrade, 4.5 inch, and for a size comparison. Give me 1 second here. Let me put this stuff back and get it out of the way. I was talking how the Walther PPS is a fantastic handgun, but maybe not the most ideal from a competitive shooting standpoint. There's a huge difference in actual size of the firearms. magazine capacity. Oh yeah, so speaking of magazine capacity, this is a 19+1, so you can fit 20 rounds in here. It does comes with, right from the store, 2 magazines. And I have 3 more on the way, plus that fancy range bag. But pretty significant difference in size. The grip isn't super thick, right? It's pretty standard, pretty comparable to a Glock versus the single stack here. So I'll actually show you. You know, so the Walther is significantly thinner, significantly shorter in every single regard, but that's the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to be a very slim 9mm concealed carry handgun. But anyway, so that's the new acquisition, the Springfield XDm 9mm with a 4.5-inch barrel. Should be a pretty good shooter. I'll let you guys know. But in the meantime, this has been Joe with Two Veterans TV. Here's my XDM. And remember, stay free.